Ooh.
We'll definitely go around and we'll introduce. Should we introduce ourselves as all of us? Probably best idea. Yeah. All right. So
Everybody knows Paige and I.
okay. All right. So hello everyone. Welcome to our Monday Makitatsiatuq upper body fitness. So of course this is a program from Makitatsiatuq, meaning to be strong and be independent. Tunngahugit meaning to see no obstacles. So obviously we're building up that upper body strength for that reason, to see no obstacles in our lives. So I'm Mako Baskin. I am the Makitatsiatuq program coordinator. But before we get into that, Batilahai, Tunngahugit, and attitude to everyone who is joining us today. We are going to be focusing on the forearms and the triceps. I'm joined today with Paige and Brian from the Toronto Inuit Association, and also joined by Amy, if Amy would like to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Amy. I'm a community member, and I'm also a dancer and a circus performer, but my upper body strength has been lacking during COVID, so that's hi.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, definitely the case all around too. Yeah, so without further ado, thank you to Sport Canada and Canadian Heritage, of course, for funding a Tunngahugit, which Makitatsiatuq is part of. Now we're going to get into our warm-up. So just like usual, we're going to be going through 4 exercises. 2 are going to be for the forearms and 2 are going to be for the triceps. So the first one that we're doing, I've seen them called chirping birds, but essentially we're going to be bringing our arms up, sort of like a T-Rex in this position. We're going to be clamping 5 times here, stretching them out, clamping 5 times here, and then so on and so forth. We're going to do that 10 times. So starting in that T-Rex position, clamping, so making that fist 5 times, stretching it forward, flexing up, 5 times, back up, just like so. So this is great for opening up the forearm muscles. When you're doing it, you want to stretch them out completely straight, have those forearms back up against the bicep muscles, just like so. So you're going to feel that warm up and that burn pretty quickly in your forearms, just on the under and upper side of the forearms. So just twice more here, just like so. So when we're tightening in, we're stretching out and, of course, opening up that carpal tunnel, the forearm muscles on the top and the bottom. So just great stuff. In between each, of course, feel free to rotate your wrists, do what you have to do just to feel more comfortable. So now we're going to do some monkey paws or some monkey paw grips. They have some interesting names on Google, but same thing. We're going to be keeping our arms straight this time, and from a finger flexed up position, we're going to bend just the mid knuckle and open again. So again, we're doing this 10 times here. So just imagine that you're gripping in front of you, again, trying to bend those digits. Again, you'll feel that throughout the forearms. Once we've done 10 here, we're going to go down to the bottom now, same thing, and we're just going to be bending those digits. So making that monkey paw. Again, just bending and trying to pull the wrists in. Once we hit 10, we're going to have gotten through our forearm warm-up, but we're going to get into that workout soon, so we're going to be hitting those again. So the third thing that we're going to do for our workout is some tricep push-ups. So you can, of course, do this assisted on your knees or just in a full plank push-up position. You can either do it military style or you can do it with the triangle. I prefer to do it with the diamond or triangle. So placing that in the center of your chest, we're going to do 10 push-ups, again, using only the triceps and the forearms. Doing 10 push-ups. Again, this is really great for the triceps and the forearms. Again, we're really trying to extend all the way up, touching your chest to the diamond or to the mat or to the floor. And after 10, getting back into that rested position. Again, you're really going to feel that in the triceps, in the forearms. Last part of the warm up. Oh, yeah.
Is it supposed to feel like your elbows are popping? Like, how would you not do that?
Yeah, no. I definitely have that problem with my elbows. Like I think it's like the double jointed pop out. For me, when I'm doing the push-ups from that triangle position, you want to feel like you're coming out at that 45-degree angle, and it shouldn't feel like you're popping the elbows. But as opposed to extending the full way up, maybe just try to stop at a slight bend, just to avoid popping the elbow inwards. Yeah, okay, great. So just trying your best to even do it small motions, whatever you can to avoid popping in the elbow. For the last part of the warm-up, we're going to do some tricep dips. So a couple ways you could do this. If you have like a platform that you can go behind, that's great. If not, you can get into almost like that crab kick position that we did last time. And again, coming down, lifting up. So again, doing these dips like so. Same thing, we're gonna aim for a 10. I'm just gonna get myself on the couch. But a couple ways to do those dips. And the same thing, you wanna come down if you're using a platform, and you just wanna touch the floor with your butt. Again, just doing 10. Go at whatever speed is good for you. But you just want to get that full stretch and that full workout in the tricep muscles. Whew. So now we're going to get into our circuit. So like always, trying to go through, and this time I'm actually going to do it 5 times. Keep track of it. And we're going to start with our forearms. So same thing, we're going to do 4 exercises 5 times. So first one that we're going to do is the up and down and side to side forearm motion. So let me just adjust my camera angle. There we go. So again, just using something that you have. If you can, place your forearm on it. If you can't, don't worry. You can still do these exercises, bracing yourself or using your knee and just rotating. Again, using the forearm muscles to lift. So I'll be using a dumbbell, but you can use any weighted object, even a cup, just to help with that grip. So essentially what this looks like, getting our dumbbell here, and we're going to do 10 of each. So first thing that I like to do is the back, so bottom to end of the wrist, top part of the dumbbell as high up as you can. And again, doing 10 of these, trying to keep that forearm flat against whatever you have. Again, either way, you'll be feeling that workout. Once you hit 10, we're going to do some side to side. So bracing it in the open part, rotating over and back, over and back. So again, same thing, trying to keep that forearm straight. And then once we do 10, getting into that other arm. And same thing, if you're using a platform like me, I have to make some adjustments, but just getting onto that other side, down, up, down, and up. So of course, working out the forearms is pretty tedious, but it is extremely important for the upper body, because just like with our core, the forearms brace for the upper body. Like when you're doing chest press, push-ups, or pulling devices, anything like that. You really need that forearm strength. So again, just doing 10 up and downs, 10 side to sides. Once you finish there, you're gonna get into our tricep exercise. So same thing, switching quickly. For myself, I just use the half weight, so 15 pounds for the forearm weight, and then for my triceps, I use the 30-pound dumbbell. Just so you have an idea of what weight to go by, I usually do halves and fulls. So same thing, placing that dumbbell behind the head, and we're just gonna be lifting the dumbbell with our triceps above the head. Of course, if you don't have any weights or anything like that, you can just grab onto something that you can lift that mimics weights. And again, we're just going to do this 10 times. After 10, moving into those forearms again, same thing, using a surface if you have one. Again, you could totally do this on your knee. Again, totally have options. And we're going to be curling with the wrist. So same thing, getting myself here. Brian, are you gonna try to do 2 at a time? Brave. Same thing, we're gonna be curling with that wrist, so 10 up, and then we're gonna do 10 reversed. So this is great stuff for the wrist. Again, we're opening up the carpal tunnel. A good way to get more out of this is to let the dumbbell fall into your fingers like that monkey paw and curl it all the way up. You'll feel it the whole way through your forearm. After 10, flipping it over, and same thing, rotating to the front and just letting that dumbbell hang and lift up, hang and lift up. After you've done one side, flipping over, and again, doing that same thing. Now that we sort of know what we're all trying to do, I'm just going to be going through it a little bit quicker. Again, after 10, switching over. There we go, after 10, and after, well, 10 of each on both sides, we're gonna move into our last part of the set, and then we're gonna do it all over again 5 times. We're going to, again, if you have those lighter weights, which I have, again, I'm using 2 15s. We're going to be doing some tricep extensions while laying down. So again, trying to keep those elbows straight up and lifting only with the triceps. We're going to do 10 of those. And then we're just going to switch positions and do one last part of the exercise. After 10, we're going to bring the grip close by, elbows next to our ribs, and we're going to do that chest press. So again, pushing up with those dumbbells. After 10, we're going to take that rest. So when you're doing that exercise, they're called skull crushers as well, but I think lying down tricep extension is good enough. Again, extending with the triceps. After 10 of those extensions, weights by your side, pushing from the chest up. So it's a 2-in-1 tricep workout. So really good stuff. I'm feeling pretty tired already.
With the skull crushers, is there a value in holding it here or versus holding it here? I usually hold by the bell just because I can get a little further back, but I don't know if that's changing the muscle grouping that I'm working.
Yeah, I would say that it wouldn't really change too much. Like if anything, you're just getting more of that tricep extension. The only thing that it does change is the grip. Big part of it is when you're steadying the dumbbell, just holding by the bar, you're actually getting that extra grip strength in there, where if you might be gripping it this way and just forward and back, you're mostly kind of just, holding a baseball as opposed to manipulating the full extension.
So it ends up just being tricep, and you're kind of losing out on that forearm workout as a result.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's what fitness is all about, right? You gotta pick and choose, divvy it up. Whew, yeah, so feeling pretty good. I hope everyone else is feeling great. Just 5 more seconds here of a rest, and we're gonna do all of it again. Whew, but totally worth it. So again, we're gonna get back into that forearm workout. Same thing. Don't want to take too much time. Now we're starting with those up and downs, dumbbell up, and again, down and up, down and up. So again, really letting that wrist bend and letting the forearm lift it. After 10, rotating, again, keeping that fist and wrist straight out from the forearm. After 10 of each on one side, switching over, just if you're doing it like me. Totally welcome to try both at the same time. And again, just doing those up and downs. Doing those rotations. So again, onto the back of the forearm, front of the forearm, or inside and outside. Whew. After that, getting back into those tricep extensions. Again, getting our dumbbells or whatever you have to use. You also don't have to use weight. And again, lifting above the head. Should probably change that camera angle, but I'll just get low. Just to prove I'm doing it. And again, just as we reach 10, getting back into those forearm curls. So same thing. We're curling up on the inside of our forearm. And then after 10, we're going to be curling up on the outside of our forearm. Again, switching over. This one is certainly more difficult when you do the reverse. And again, switching sides. It's funny with the forearms, like they're such a small muscle, but you really feel it just with the simplest movements. Even just doing those arms out, pinching is, oh yeah, it's just killer. So after 10, now we're gonna get into that final part. So laying down on our backs, we have those weights, whatever we're using. Again, keeping those triceps straight. Dumbbells should be around the side of your head. Watch out for your head. After 10, dumbbells by our side, and we're just going to push up from the chest. And then after 10, whew, taking that well-deserved rest. So as of now, I'm certainly feeling tight all the way through my forearms, the triceps, definitely tight. And we're getting, of course, just a little bit of chest in there, but really trying to push with our triceps, really focus on the triceps and the forearms today. So whew, got about 20 seconds left of this in this rest. I never really know how to gauge it. Usually go by 30 seconds, but if that doesn't work for anybody, you know, totally rest longer, rest shorter. Whew, totally what works for you. I got to say though, I'm very, very sweaty already. All right, so getting back into it, same thing, those forearm exercises. Starting with those up and downs. After 10, gonna do those rotations. Again, just doing 10 on each side. Switching after 10 of each, unless you're doing them at the same time, of course. And just dumbbell to the bottom, dumbbell to the top. Same thing, doing those rotations. It's kind of weird being so up close to the camera like this. Feels really intimate. Whew. So after we've gone through those forearms, of course, back to the triceps. Same thing, if you have that dumbbell, whew, whatever you're using, again, just trying to lift above. So when I'm doing this exercise, I like to let my triceps come all the way down to where they're resting, lifting up. So if I'm using a dumbbell, that usually ends up being just between my shoulder blades. After 10, same thing, getting back into those forearms. So getting really into that repetitive motion. Again, curling up to the inside of the wrist, and then doing the reverse. Whew. Yeah, certainly starting to feel that on the forearm. I know it's so funny just to watch us all doing these doing these wrist motions, like but it is great. It's great for the forearms. So after that, again, we're gonna lay back down. Again, doing those laying down skull crushers or tricep extensions. Again, really trying to extend those triceps, laying straight on our back. After 10, by your sides like you're doing a push-up. And again, really trying to push using your triceps. Whew. After 10, of course, taking that rest again. Whew. Man. So certainly feeling it all over. You know, definitely feel free to stretch in between. You know, doing especially the forearm stretch is super important. Whew.
I can't believe how hard this is. This
Yeah,
is like the Rev the motorcycle one. My
yeah,
arm is just like, nope, nope, nope.
I know. Yeah, I'm running out of juice too. I was even thinking, I was like, man, I got to drop down to 5 pounds. Like, I don't think I can. I don't think I could go on with 15s. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The continual evidence that Paige is far smarter than either of us.
I know.
Also, as a heads up, for anyone with a piano bench at home, don't use it for bench pressing. The thing is like squeaking and moving all over the place. It's not. It's not a good move.
Yeah, yeah. I think. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, I think we're better off just doing it on the mat. Just totally safer. Yeah. Whew. All right. Yeah. If everybody's feeling good, we can totally get back into it. Oh man, you might see me drop this 15 pound. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. But here it goes. So again, doing that up and down motion. Same thing, doing those rotations. And of course, totally, if 10 becomes too much for anybody watching, totally drop it down. You can do 5, whatever makes the most sense. Whew. Every time we do these workouts, I always find that especially with the forearm, like I see a huge difference. Like I just feel like I'm walking around with like just bags of milk, like just bags of milk. Whew. After that, getting into those tricep extensions, same thing. Behind the head, again, allowing your tricep muscles to really relax. Push up, push up. So again, focusing on that explosive movement, really great for your major muscles. After that, getting back into the forearms, the worst, hardest part, the reverse ones. Same thing. Yeah, totally. Doesn't help if you start with the reverse first. Doesn't help. Whew. I think it's safe to say just on the reverse, might be time to drop down the weight. But again, really great exercises for the forearms. Take it from me, the guy who's about to pass out from them. So after that, switching into that lying down extension, same thing. Again, really trying to push with your triceps. To make it a little bit harder, you can try to push your chest out, and that'll really let you focus on your triceps. So after the extensions, again, just doing these 10 closed grip presses. Whew. And after that, taking that rest. Whew. So feeling pretty good, getting through it. Oh man. So I'm feeling that like that was our third. That was the third set. So
That's your feeling?
Oh, it feels like we're on the 8th at this point. But no, we're seriously on the 4th. So we're all good. We're on track. So again, just on to our last set here before we jump into our cool down. So, you know, if you have to take that final rest before you get into it, it needs to be a little bit longer, totally do so. Whew. I gotta tell you, like my forearms are just just juicing right now. Oh, so about 10 more seconds here. You know, definitely recommend stretching out the forearms just before we get into this last one. I can totally feel my stuff bursting. All right. So getting into this last one, again, back to those up and downs. Now again, just bringing that dumbbell to the bottom and to the top. After that, doing those rotations, again, just side to side. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, the tighter your grip on the dumbbell or the weighted object that you're using will make it that much harder. But maybe we don't have to do that. And again, really just working out these forearm muscles. Getting into those tricep extensions, same thing. Just behind the head and back up. So again, really trying to let the tricep rest and then explode upwards. After that, back into that forearm. So again, just curling with the wrist. Again, if you're using a dumbbell, trying to let the dumbbell curl into your fingers, curling it up. Again, just like that quick little monkey paw warm up that we did. Oh. All right. Whew. Oh, we're almost done. That cool down is calling my name. So of course, after every set that we do, you know, we're not after every set, but after every workout, we get into that cool down. Got to tell you, really looking forward to it because, wow. Whew. So into our final exercise, those tricep extensions. Same thing. Whew. Bringing the weights down to your sides after those skull crushers and lifting from the sides. Whew. Wow. Okay. Whew. Man. All right. So gotten through this workout. So I'm feeling pretty good. Definitely a serious forearm workout. You know, I really couldn't even do the reverse near the end muscles are totally done, but that's good. You know, it means that we really worked out to completion. At least that's how I'm going to choose to see it. Now we're going to get into that cool down. So we're going to do some stretching. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our triceps first, just because that's what we ended on, and we started with the forearms in our warm up. So quickly, we're just going to do some over the head tricep stretch. You know, obviously a really good one for the triceps. Now you could certainly feel that deep stretch to the side. So I'll just lean back a bit, but I'm just pulling back the elbow. So I've got my hand covering my left shoulder blade, stretching it out. About 5 more seconds here, 15 seconds each side. Switching sides. Same thing. I've got my left hand over my right shoulder blade, and I'm trying to pull the elbow in and push the elbow out. Really stretching that tricep. Again, just 15 seconds, so 2 more here. Just like that. After the tricep stretch, we're going to move into our dip extension stretch. So a couple ways that we can do this. Just as we did with the tricep dips, you can use a platform or sitting. If you're doing it sitting, just getting into that dip position, except we're just going to really push our chest out, and we're just going to really let our triceps stretch. So for myself, we're making that bridge, and I'm just sort of rocking backwards and forward. Again, really trying to stretch, loosen up the tricep, keeping the arm straight. This is also great for the forearms and the bicep as well. So just 30 seconds here. You know, really go as long as you want to until you feel relief in your forearms or triceps. Just 5 more seconds here. And releasing. So again, we're pushing back into that tricep, stretching out the forearm. It's a great stretch for the bicep as well. After that, we're going to do our forearm. So quick 2 forearm cool down. We're going to get into that push-up position. Again, it can be either on your knees or in a full push-up. And again, we're just going to push the forearm straight. It helps to, you know, look up into the sky, wherever, but just try to push those forearms out. And again, really trying to stretch them. After about 15 seconds here, we're going to reverse our palms. So now I'm just going to turn my arms inside. Now we're stretching out the inside of our forearms. And again, you know, leaning back helps. Just getting that deep stretch into the forearms. After that, we're just going to end with a super basic shoulder stretch. So what I like to do is I like to have my palms facing outward, and I'm just going to pull my shoulder in and try to push outwards using my forearm. Again, really going to stretch out the forearm and the shoulder. 15 seconds, and we're going to switch sides, and we'll be done our Monday workout. Switching sides, same thing. Again, I'm really trying to push out with the forearm and pulling in. 15 seconds. Whew. After that, we've completed our workout. Whew. So pretty good upper body exercise. I know that Amy, you were saying that you hadn't worked out your upper body in a bit, and how was that for you?
My thingies are only 2 pounds. I really didn't find it that hard at all.
Oh, well, there we go. I mean, you heard it here first. Not too much, but yeah. So of course, when you're doing these exercises, if you're using lighter weights or no weights, might just be easier to do more of the motion. That's sort of what we did last time with our forearm workout. A lot of that, again, doing those 20 times down to the sides, around. Definitely doing a lot of that. Increasing the amount that you do will certainly make it that harder. But won't keep everyone long. I know that we all got places to be. So thank you all very much for joining us on this workout. Thank you to our guest, Amy, for joining us. It's a great time. Thank you, Paige and Brian, of course, from TIA for joining, and thank you all. So hope everyone has a great week. We'll be back with some core stuff Wednesday. And yeah, so take care, everybody, and see everybody then. Bye-bye.